2024, and whew, thank goodness, I'm telling you, it's been a crazy week already. And first and foremost, I want to thank you for being here. I'm going to slip into the chat as best I can and welcome everybody here today. If you would, give me the thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you do like the content that we are putting out, and I'll humbly appreciate it. So, good morning, Brenda Foley. Good morning, Mona Did What? Teresa Lynch, good morning. Good morning. Donnell, hey, Donna Joe, and fellow squirrels, and everyone in the chat. What are you getting up to today, lovely lady? I have a wide array of topics today and a little bit of show and tell today. So, hang tight, because when my live's over, I will be dropping you over to Donnell. And we're going to go over there and hang for a bit. And let me see, Teresa Lynch, I have a 6-foot table and a king-size quilt. How do you all work with that to baste? It's easy, really easy. Put that 6-foot table up next to another table and spread it out if you can. If not, I always, when I had to baste, I would lay it on my bed and pull it around as I needed. I would work half of it, roll it onto a pool noodle, and then pull it up, and then just keep working with it that way. That's what worked for me. Doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody, but it did work for me. Let me see. Good morning, June, and welcome, welcome. Let me see. Mona, she goes live at 10 today. And June is talking to everyone. I'm trying to get my chat to come up for me, because I'm not used to doing it this way. So with Debbie, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Jay, and thank you for being here today and running the chat for me. The mister is not up here with me, so if any links or anything need dropped, I'm going to rely on Day to do so. And that's just the way I have to do it on Sundays. Sometimes life gets a little bit busy. Good morning, good morning. I appreciate you. So let me see. I think I've got everyone that's here today caught up. Let me touch this button. That way it'll come up over here. Okay, Paula's in the house. Beverly Atkins, good morning. Rose Davis, good morning. Amy C, good morning, girl. Good morning, good morning. So let me fill you in. Yesterday we had a fun time with our squirrel group. We sewed for several hours and had a blast. We have new squirrels that did come in, and it was just amazing getting to sit and meet yous face to face on a Zoom versus just knowing your name from the chat. So I'm going to slip in and let you know, this is just a little plug. If you haven't already joined our paid channel membership and you would like to, please slip into the home page of our channel and you're going to see a membership link. Click on that, and if you'd like to come sew with me and our other moderators and a few other channels hop in from time to time, as well as other subscribers, hit the highest level and that's going to get you in there. There's a lot of there's 3 different levels I believe Joe has set up. So that's all I can tell you. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Beverly. Just trying to catch us. If you see the people in colors with the different colored stars, that's going to let you know that they are channel supporters. And we humbly appreciate each and every one of you. Yesterday, I worked on what I've dubbed the Fallon quilt. It is her dancing stars. And I'm telling you what, don't mind all of my writing, but this is the pattern. And this is Fallon's take on it, and she did a fabulous job writing this. If you haven't gotten to slip over to Fallon's and seeing all of the goodness that she's got over there between the rulers, the her shop, her pattern writing, make sure that you do, because I'm telling you what, every week she's coming out with something new. Good morning, Brenda. We got a 4x8 pink insulation board, duct taped together, placed on a sawhorse, and we can baste. Oh, that's a good idea. Good idea. So anyway, this, as you can see, is this one. Midnight Farmhouse and I have spoke, and she is looking for Quilts of Valor. So with that being said, I wanted to kill two birds with one stone, as everybody knows. And I'm going to give you a little peek. This, I can't turn my camera very far. That is Fallon's pattern. It is pieced, it is quilted, and it is bound. I used a stripe of red, white, and blue to go around and bind it, and I mixed up the lights and the darks. So I thought that would be pretty cool to give that a different take. So that will be going down to her on the 23rd, 24th of this month, and she'll be able to make that donation on behalf of our channel. Teresa, thank you, Donna and Brenda. You're welcome. Joyce, thanks for the information. I want the clear rollers. She and Matt have done phenomenal. I personally, with my eyes, I do prefer these. And let me show you the why. To me, they highlight a little bit. And they make it a little bit clearer for me. But that's just my personal preference. Matt and Fallon have now opted to go ahead and make the clear ones. So if you don't see the clear ones on their website, email them because they are more than willing to step out and make them. If they have the clear, they will take care of you. They do a fabulous job at getting everybody set up and ready to go. They want everybody sewing. My eyes see the clear better for some reason. I get it. Everything works different for other people. The creative grid, I really like those because it's got a little bit, it takes a little bit of the glare off for me. But it's whatever works for you. And I highly recommend that you do slip over and support Fallon and Matt. They do a great job. So next on my honeydew list is talking about Becca, Ian, and Tiff. I don't believe Becca's here today, but I'm going to go ahead and plug this because it's a fun sew that they're going to do. So next weekend over at Becca's, she is going to be kicking off a large project. Doesn't look large, but it's going to be set up for 3 days. It's going to kick off Friday night over at Becca's. It's going to be a few hours Zoom privately with her, Ian, and Tiff. And then on Sunday, this project will wrap up over at Ian's. But this is what they will be working on. If you have not gotten the email or gotten the information on this yet, you're going to need to slip over to Sew Becca. And I've got her link in the chat as well. And you need to fill out the form because that's how they're going to be able to choose who's able to come. If you're actually sewing the pattern, they're going to start with that level and work their way down. And this looks like it's going to be a really fun sew for them. And I believe it's going to be a fun project. So let me get that up and out of the way. Like I said, I've got tons of projects all over the place. Day. I have a clear 9.5 square headed my way. Good morning, Joan. Good morning, good morning. Jody, good morning. Janine, good morning. My quilting friends just dropped by to say hi. I'm on my way to church. Hope y'all have a blessed Sunday. Absolutely. That's what I'll be doing as well after the live. Taking in my church. Beverly and everyone's saying hello. Streamlabs has now kicked in and it's also dropping links. And Dave's dropping links. Brandy, good morning. Good morning, good morning. So anyway, starting tomorrow night for just tomorrow night, and then I'll be doing it once a month, is I'm going to be sewing up the Project Dress a Girl patterns on my channel. And I've been asked to do, it's going to be a long live on Monday, and I'm going to go very slow. You'll have the overhead view. I've already got the pattern cut out. I have done that on a live with you guys to show you how to cut it out. So if you have not already done so and you are sewing along with me tomorrow night, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and set up your pockets. You're going to have 2. You're going to cut out a total of 4 and you're going to put them bellies together. But before you do that, you're going to go down 1/4 of an inch, fold 1/4 of an inch, and you're going to flat iron it. Then you're going to put them right sides together, and you're going to sew all the way around at 1/4 inch. If you have not yet put your label in, please do so. Now would be the time to do it. Before you do that, I've got one left to do, and I've got 3, so I'll be able to streamline a little bit tomorrow night when we're talking about this. I'm going to be showing 2 different ways to do the underarm area where we put the bias. Instead of doing just one side, I'm going to try something 2 different ways. I'm going to do one dress where we're joining it under here, and then we're going to do the French seam. The other dress, I'm going to see if it's possible to put the French seam in and then double back and put that on in the arm area. We'll see what time allows tomorrow night. You're going to see that you've cut 2 strips. So if you've got your 2 strips cut, what you're going to do is fold it in half, and you're going to make these for your straps. You're going to fold it in half, then you're going to unfold it, and then you're going to fold it in on itself and come down both sides. These should measure tentatively 36 to 42 inches. Trust me, you're going to need all of that. So these will be the happy little straps that'll go up here and tie on these dresses. You are going to need either a safety pin, a thingamajig, something of that nature tomorrow night, because it's got this fancy little hole in here. And what you're going to do is you're going to put this in, and you're going to pop it through. With my nails, it takes me just a minute. Sorry, had to bite it. I'll get an email on that too, I'm telling you. So what you're going to do is pop this through, and then you're going to run this through where we're going to have the little hem here. And it's going to go through, and then I'll show you where we're going to go with that next. So just do a little bit of your prep work. That's what I've done. Since I'm going to be trying to sew 2 simultaneously tomorrow night, I wanted to get a little bit of the work out of the way. I have gotten a couple emails asking me how can they make the dress have little accents. And the only way that I can come up with that's going to give it a little bit more depth, a little bit more cuteness for these little ladies is this is the fabric that I'll be using tomorrow night. So I pulled from my stash this. I think it plays very, very well together. So at the bottom of the dress, I'm going to show you before we join the front and the back together. And you're going to have to be really good with your measurements, and it's not hard, but you're going to have to listen to me. We're going to add to the length of the dress. So with the fabric, you're going to need to cut 1 strip. You decide how long you want this to be, because it's going to end up folded. So if I want to have a 5-inch, if I want a 2.5, I'm going to have to go 5-inch, because it's going to fold, because we have to bury that so that it's not going to have open seams. So trust the process. I'm going to try for a 3-inch to make this one a little longer, because I'm doing one dress is a size 6 and one is a size 12. The 12, we never know how tall the kids are or the girls. So I'm going to try to give the dress just a little bit extra length as well. So I'm going to cut mine 6 inches wide, because it's going to be folded in half. And we're going to be able to bury that seam. So I've got Project Dress a Girl all set up here. Like I said, I'm going to try to do 2 dresses at once, or I may walk through one and then showcase the other one. We'll see what time allows for everyone tomorrow night. So let me get all of this goodness stacked over here and out of my way today. And I'll keep it right there in front of me. Hi, Cheryl. Beverly Atkins is in the house. Good morning, good morning. Cheryl, Paula, It truly came out beautiful. Yep, I love that quilt, I'm telling you. Fallon sure knew what she was doing when she wrote that one. Oh, that quilt behind you is gorgeous. The dark one right here, this is my temperature quilt. I'm sewing that along with Stephanie Harris, Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. The other one is the Fallon Project, Dancing Stars, for those that are coming in late. And it turned out just gorgeous. That is a Quilt of Valor. It meets all the requirements, and that'll be donated to Mennonite Farmhouse's channel, and her guild will get that, and then they're going to donate it in Pennsylvania. So it's going to be really cool. Next up is Wednesday at 11 o'clock. Day is going to be coming over with me here on the channel, and I'm going to do this same pattern. Let me see which way my hand's going. This one, the Dancing Stars, and I'm going to bring my moderator Day on with me, and we're going to have a blast. I've allotted 3 weeks for this project, and no, I'm not sewing a stitch on this because I got too many irons in the fire. So what I've done is I've got my preset ready to go. My star centers are going to look like this. I'll pop one apart and give you a look-see. The center of my stars are going to be the same all throughout the quilt. Everything on my end is going to be batiks. I think it's going to look really cool in batiks. Let me see here. I want to pull these out. So all of them will not be this same. It's going to be a wide variety of different star points, but every one I picked, I think, plays very well together. The center and then the stars. I am opting to deviate from Fallon's pattern just a little bit, and I am doing the papered flying geese. I am using her rulers that she did send, and it's just always fun to sew up with friends. So this one's going to be a fun project. I've already pre-cut my strips. If you've already got her pattern, you're going to need your 4" by 10. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a fun sew. Day is already working a little bit behind the scenes, getting ready, and she's a lucky duck. That's all I got. She's a lucky duck. I do have 3 of these made because I wanted to show a little bit of them. So as you can see, the centers are all here and all of the star points. I love using her rulers. I'm not losing my points at all. So this is going to be fun. And the only regret I do have, but I'm not even going to say it's a regret yet, is this might be too light for the pattern, but I believe it's going to work. Because she's got the X that comes through like this. These hide just a little bit, and it's going to be very sporadic all throughout the quilt. I am getting a head start so I can keep up with Donna Day, you silly goose. So I've got 2 of these and 1 star made. And those were for demonstration purposes. My 4 patches, I'll show you where I set a couple of those up when I was doing the other. Beverly, y'all are mean, man. You're mean people. Day thinks she needs a head start. No. But I think all of these are really going to play nice when I lined them up and Day helped me, because I am not great at doing all of the picking, but I think it's going to look really cool. So let me lay these together. I don't like to get my things out of order. So I'll be working on the 4 patch and building out that stream of blocks on Wednesday. If time allows, I'm guessing I'm going to be able to just streamline and get as many done as possible. No, thinking, I know. Day, you rock. You make me happy, kid. I just like to streamline it. My organization's how I can get things done just a little bit quicker. Um, like I said, the stars are getting the paper. Yes, FPP. And what I did was follow the pattern to do the 4 patches. Day is going to show you the technique that she is opting to use, and I think that's pretty cool. This one here, I did block for block. So I cut everything at the designated size, joined them together, and then squared them down to her size. This one here, I did a white with a color and streamlined, sewing it, and then did my trim down. So that'll make this one go, Day, just a little bit quicker. So let me see, I've got all of that goodness talked about. Let me see, I've got my post-its here so I don't miss nothing. Let me give you a little dab of a Harper update. Harper is back at the Ronald McDonald House tomorrow. She will check into Children's Hospital for her 6-week checkup of her heart. They're going to go in and do the heart catheterization and do some biopsies in the areas. Within a day or two, they'll get the preliminary, and within a week, they'll get the final results. We're praying it shows no rejection. Harper looks good. She was back here yesterday with her parents. They're starting to bring things back from the Ronald McDonald House. And she was able to swing by her other grandma's and pay a quick visit there. Swing by the house so that her parents could show her her bedroom and things like that. Because she's going to have a grand celebration in the community when she gets home. It's hard to believe 6 months has passed already. And this child, by the grace of God, is still with us, and she is exceeding all expectations. So, on behalf of Joe and I, in our family, we'd like to thank you all for your love and support. Those that are making charity quilts for us to donate on behalf of all of you to the Ronald McDonald House, please continue to make those, because once we get it, all of them in and everybody says it's done, Joe and I are going to make a drive over and make that donation on behalf of all of us. So it's just going to be amazing to be able to give back to a place that gave so much for us. I'm done. Thanks, Delia. I forgot. It's okay. Continued prayers for Harper. You guys are amazing. Let me see. There's something else. Yeah, I wanted to hit this. I didn't have room down here on the desk, so I wanted to show you a couple more things, and then I'm going to get stitching with this. Okay. This will be my May project from Fallon. And the sky is the limit with this, I'm telling you. She sent me the rulers. So if you're interested and you want to do a sew-along with me, you're going to have to slip over to Fallon's and get the pattern. You won't be disappointed at all. This is a really cool one that she's got coming out. I think it would look cool in so many different ways. You could do it this way. You could do the layout however you choose. Stephanie and I were looking at it, and she thinks it would be cool in the African prints as well. So there's just, the sky's the limit on what you can do with this pattern. And it's going to look really cool. So let me get that one up here. And then in a while, you're going to hear me start to talk about this. This will be a project, and I've invited a couple other content creators to join me for this. The dancing dragonflies. And my husband was gracious enough, because I'm relying on my So It Seems girls. They're my besties, I'm telling you. And picking my colors for it. And I've already got my fabric in. It has arrived. And I can't show you, it's because then they're going to see what I've got up my sleeve. But we're all going to be working on it. We're going to just be giving you a little bit of information. I can't tell you who's in it. Can't tell you when it's going to kick off. But I can tell you, if you want to sew that, you're going to need to get the pattern. And it's one that is sure to please. Somehow or another, I touched something and lost my... There it is. Okay, let me see. Joyce reminds me of the Argyle socks. Yes, it does. Did I spell Argyle? Yes. I think so. Yes, you did. I've got to get that pattern ordered. It's going to be a fun one. I did buy that pattern. I tell you what, love it, love it, love it. Just popped on the YouTube video on the diamond quilt. It's So Be It Quilts. That's one, I'm telling you, the sky's the limit. And someone messaged me and asked me, this is too cute. I don't say pattern right. And I say just saying a little bit too much. It's okay. I still love you anyway. I am not going to change who I am to conform to what people think I should. So I want to get that out there really quick. I sometimes get talking too fast and accent a little bit too much. Sorry, guys. And it is who I am. So please give me grace and mercy with that. I humbly appreciate it. They've shared the YouTube. Thank you. What's that pattern? Donna, which one? The dancing dragonflies or the diamond? If it's the diamond, you're going to need to stop over at Fallon's for it. Day's got the information, I believe, for the dancing dragonflies. And if she does, then I'll pop it down and read it out to you all. Just saying. Yeah, I was talking to Debbie and I said, can you believe the littlest things? They sit behind their keyboard and they give us a look-see. And it's okay, because each and every one of you is we dearly love. Thank you for coming. And that's the best I've got. Laugh my... you be good, girl. We love you. Absolutely. Every week I always give you a little tidbit and a sneak peek anymore of the cool emails. Because I tell you what, it gives me a chuckle. And the best response I always give is, God bless you. You know, that's all you can do. It's funny. Good morning, Debbie. Made it back home yet? I don't think. She may have, though. Shelly says my brother-in-law would make fun of me for saying, just saying. Hey, Debbie. I'm about to leave. Road trip. Love yous and be safe. Debbie, you have a safe trip on the road, girl. I've told you the Harper update, told you the Project Dress-A-Girl, told you we're kicking off the Dancing Stars Friday, so it's going to be a surprise because I haven't decided yet. I do have two wrote in my book, but we had to segue from the Bargello. So with that being said, I'm going to talk legit kit with you for just a minute. The third box of the month has just closed. So those that used our affiliate link and purchased the box of the month for Deep Dive, first and foremost, thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the world to us and what we're doing here on the back end with the proceeds from that. We're not going to get filthy rich, I'll tell you, but what we can do is support a business that we dearly appreciate and love. Legit Kits has many, many kits. You're going to need to slip over to their chat. In my description box of most of my videos, you'll see our affiliate link. If you're buying from Legit Kits, we humbly ask that you do please, please, please use our affiliate link. It's our share sale, and we get a little bit off of each kit that's sold or anything that's in there, whether it be a small kit, whether it be a ruler, whatever it is, we get a little tab. So with that being said, someone asked me what legit kits I have done and have under my belt so far. That makes me feel that I'm capable of doing these legit kits. So I'm just going to look at all of my stickers, and then I'm going to tell you where I'm going with this. Everyone have a great Sunday off to church. Prayers for Harper, and have a great report. Catch the rest of the replay. Joan, be careful. Have a great day. I wish I could afford legit kits. I want one so bad. Joyce, I get it. So let me see. I have done the block builder. I have done, I'm trying to remember the names of all of them. Let me see. I've done the muscle, the vortex, the iris, the deep dive. Little Hooter, the finch, the lion, the liberty. Done all three flowers. I've done mallard the duck. I've done the little hummer. And I'm currently working on the eagle for Joe. Shh. He knows it's coming, but it's been like a year and a half now, and I keep saying, I'm going to get this done. I promise you, sweetheart, I'm going to get this done. The label is done in here before I could ever crack into the pattern and get it done. So sometimes I push things back, and Joe's like, no, you've got business coming in. You've got to do the business aspect, and then you can have fun with your other. Joyce, I do the box of the month. It's easier for my budget. Absolutely, and that's a lot. It's $39.99, $40 a month. I'm not going to push it on anyone because there's multiple ones that are out there right now. I do believe Vortex just closed down, and Iris is about 6 months in, and Deep Dive just kicked off for month 1. So in the near future, you're going to see more box of the months coming out to make it more affordable to be able to do the kits. You can either order it as the kit down the road, or you would be able to order it as a box of the month. Mike and his team is working diligently behind the scenes. Nothing's locked in stone, but more information will be coming out over at Legit Kits, and I'm sure it'll be personally from Mike to give you all the heads up. They've got a lot going on over there, and they've gotten moved, and it's just a lot of goodness. So, I'm sorry, Deborah, you missed the sign up. Maybe if you email in and see if there's a chance. You're 4 days shy. Email Loretta at legitkits.com and see if it's too late. Let her know that you're in under me, and I will call on Monday if you're serious and you would like to try to get in. I can't say you will, but it's nothing an email won't solve. So this is what I'm currently working on right now. I'm trying to see, is that not going to be pretty? Everybody has seen these on so many other channels, and this is their 20th design. I really like the way that they do their layouts. I love FPP. And honestly, if I'd ever known it was going to be so much fun to be doing FPP, I'd have probably started out with it and never learned traditional. Thank you. I will. You're welcome. Louise, hi Donna and Day, heading to church. More prayers for Harper biopsy results this week. We'll get the preliminary 2 or 3 days after, and then the final. Once they get the final approval, they can bring our girl home. And there's going to be multiple trips and things, I'm sure, going back and forth. But at least she'll be able to be home, in her own bed, and getting back to her normal life. You go into the pits of fire of this, and you come out changed. We all have. And prayer's the only thing going to finish seeing everybody through it. So anyway, last night I know I've got a few more projects coming in. So I wanted to go ahead and work on a little bit of my eagle for Joe. I know on Sundays that's probably going to be a tidbit of what I'm working on, unless I pull a project dress a girl or something like that. So last night I had the opportunity to pull everything out, and anytime I'm doing a legit kit, I always like to start with the eyes and the face of any project. This time, since my time constraints are really tight, I will be taking this kit to our quilting retreat in June and finishing it up. That would be my goal, because my goal would be to sew 3 or 4 blocks a day when Joe's not around and just keep it hidden from him. So I've got all of my A row done, and I did this last night. Today I'm starting my B row while he's sleeping. He was up late last night working on the business side of things. So I've got a couple here that is set up and ready to go. This is what I like to do when I'm hiding stuff from the guy. I go ahead and pre-cut and I pin my fabrics. So that way I can just pop a pin. If he comes in, he's just going to say, "Good morning, sweetie." Has no clue what I'm up to. That's what I like. We all like to keep them in the dark. So I'm going to turn my camera angle down so you'll be able to see a little bit of what I'm doing here. So anytime I'm doing a legit kit, I get asked, well, how do you get this lined up? And how do you line up that? So this is what I do. I just lay it out like this. And I'm going to stick a little pin in there because this is where I'll be cutting off. And a lot of times I won't need to pin. I'll be able to just slide it straight in. Let me drop the stitch length down. And I do use the 1/4 rulers. This is the standard 1/4 ruler. And I do use it for the FPP portion. When I'm ready to do my trim downs, I do use the Fallon and matte rulers. I've got to think of what they're going to be calling these. So now I'll flip this over, and I've pre-cut a piece. It's got quite a bit of wrinkles in it. So it's just, I pulled from this little scrap pile. So what I do is lay it here, and then I'm going to flip it back. Before you ever stitch, you're going to act like you've got a little tiny line here, and make sure that you're going to be covering all of that. I like to finger press it just a little bit, and that's going to be my 1/4 inch. So as I'm sewing this, I know if my fingers would wiggle or my fingers would move, I'd be able to slide it in. And we're going to stitch this one in. So now I'm just going to finger press it up because I know it's locked in place. And I'm going to have to use this side because I did not bring my ironing station over today. And we're going to get all of these little wrinkles ironed out. Pop this pin out. And then we're going to square this down. Legit Kits does have the standard ruler that you'd be able to lay straight down on this. And that's fine. I asked Fallon and Matt to make me this. It works a little bit easier for me. And for that, I'm thankful and blessed. Paula, I'll have to check into that. The box of the month, yeah. Let me see. I missed the deep dive. Louise heading to church. Dahlia looks good. The traveling quilter. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Those are some big pieces. Pretty much. And when I had Fallon and Matt look into doing this special ruler, it does not have the beveled edge. And I didn't want that beveled edge on this because I wanted to be able to push down and not have my paper slip at all. I'm going to have to flip my mat today. I'm getting a little wonky there. It must have a little cut or something. It's making me slide back. So just keep it flat. And I like to start at the side and go all the way around. There is no positive, you got to do it this way. You do what works for you. And if I had my turntable up here, I would just lay it on the turntable and get it in. So when I tell you I'm doing a secret project, you're going to know it's the legit kit. So let me see. Those are some big pieces. It covered the whole thing. And I always start out with the large blocks after I do the face and the eyes, and then move my way through. The next legit kit box of the month I've been chosen as a tester, so that will be all recorded and that will come out on our channel each and every month. So this is how it looks. I'm not sure if this is picking up the little bit of color, but that's PC and LX. And as you're working your projects, for those that have never done a legit kit, everything is labeled, your fabric is labeled. So it's just a shoe-in way of working your projects. So what I always do is just push it over to here, because when the live is over, my trash bin is right over there. Pieces, I'll go through and see what's big enough for me and what I won't be able to use. And then I've got another piece. Only 2 colors on these, so it makes it just a little bit easier. So I've already got this one pinned to the back, and that was piece 1. I'm going to pull out, and as you can see, if you organize yourself just a smidge, if you're doing legit kits, you're going to be able to streamline and come through these and knock out a lot in just a little bit of time. So I want to make sure that I've got my 1/4 of an inch. Every YouTube creator does their FPP different. I just like to make sure that I do have the 1/4 inch, because I don't want holes in it when I go to tear the paper off. I do drop my stitch length just a little bit shorter than what is required. It makes it easier when I'm taking out my paper. But if I have to have a date with Jack, I'm telling you, I'm not happy that I do use a shorter length. Finger press it up and make sure that it's all covered. Go ahead and pop your pin, and this goes really quick when you're already set up and ready to go. So, and it's this way for every block. You're gonna just, you can use the filing system the way a couple other creators do, where they don't pre-cut. They take and get all of block 1 and put those into the next color file, and then they streamline going that way. That works for them. My brain says I have to do 1 block at a time, and it seems to work for me. Maybe someday I will try the filing system to where you have multiple quilts in, working it through the system. What animal are you making? I'm working on the eagle. And it's called Land of the Free. And right now I've got all of A is finished. And now I'm working over here, coming in, and I'm gonna, by the time I get to the B row, the end, I'll be working over into here, and I'm just gonna streamline as I can and work my way through the pattern that way. When I get to the face, I have all of those parts pulled aside, so I'll be able to just work on that during quiet sews. That way, this is going to be 2 separate blocks. It's going to be able to show the eyes and the beak in one, and the upper here. And then I've even pulled the claws out so that they really look amazing. So those are ones I'll just take my time working with them. So let me get this lined up, and we'll get this one trimmed in. And have any of you in the chat that'll give me an idea about the legit kits. Have you worked a legit kit yet? And are you a fan of legit kits? Some are, some aren't, and it's okay. I know they're pricey, and I couldn't do the ones that I do if it wasn't for being able to be a tester and chosen from time to time. But I stand behind them 100%. And easy peasy. I do have my wrinkle there that will drive me a little bonkers. Never have, but they are beautiful. They really are. The team does a beautiful job. Now I've got the wrinkle out. And that's another block down and out. So let me see here. I've got 2 blocks, 1 block. I've got another block set up. I did Hooter and have the line and the water lily. Waiting for me to get home. You're going to have a blast. Love, 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 legit. My favorite is buying the pattern and using from my stash. Absolutely. Yes, Vortex, Big G, and Starry Night. Paula, what did you think of Starry Night? Have you done that one yet? I finished all the large pieces of Deep Dive for month 1, working on the small ones now. I tell you what, I just loved doing Deep Dive. I was a tester for that one, and it was a blast. I loved all the array of colors, and I really liked when I never knew, never knew a sea turtle had thumbs until I did that pattern. I was ripping it out, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. And then finally, when I really blew up the pattern a little bit, you could see the little thumbs. So that is definitely a part of the kids. I would like to someday. Absolutely. I think when as our channel grows, when we hit the next level, I think I'm going to do a giveaway, and it'll probably be a legit kit. It is in process, and I love doing legits. It's a labor of love for my daughter. Absolutely, I get it. Legit kits are fun. And sometimes they can test your nerves. I'm not going to sit here and say, woohoo, they don't. Because they do. So, the next one, we're going to line up. Lay it over. And make sure that I am covered. And this is where you just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle until you get it all. Excuse me, guys. That lets me know I've got everything there that I do need. So we'll flip it over. Excuse me. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. You know, every once in a while, you gotta go sneezy, sneezy, right? This girl and her sneezes, I'm telling you. Lining it up. And we're gonna get it in. Oh my goodness. I sat out back last night for just a little bit, and the pollen's got me worked up today, I believe. Pull your pins. Finger press it up. And make sure you're covered before you iron it. I find it's easier to do that than have a date with Jack after I've ironed it. It just, I don't know, the seams drive me crazy. I like to get this next piece as flat as I can. That way there's not going to be any waffle in it. Flip it back over. And by cutting ahead, that saves you a little bit of time. I'm going to fold this over now and go like that. And then I can show you I can still use this ruler because it's not going to move. It's going to move my whole thing, not just a little bit. Pastry Queen. You let me know. I can send quilt tops or completed quilts. Let me know, Donna. I missed it. Would it be more helpful if they are quilted and ready to go? Yes. If they're ready to go for donation, absolutely. It just saves me a little bit of time and I can take pictures and do inventory. And I would humbly appreciate that, Pastry Queen. Pastry, I was just about to watch your Scrappy video. Good morning to you as well, Elaine. Good morning, Carolyn Wilson. Hello, everyone. Beverly, bless you. Yeah, it's like I go outside and get a breath of fresh air and the snots start. Yeah. Allergy season, everything outside is beautiful and in bloom, and we've got a beautiful robin's nest out back. And I believe she may or may not have just had her little babies. And I sit there and just adore watching her sitting there. And then I throw bread out and bird feed. And just enjoy the nature. But when everything is in bloom, it flares me up a little bit. And then just do as you have on all the others. Finger press it over. That way you're sure your seam is tight. And as you can see, some of the cuts were wonky, but these are just, some of these are just scraps that I used up. Oh man, sorry guys. Would be awesome if they were done and ready to go. Absolutely. Okay, got it. I will mail them off. God bless you. It's hard trying to watch everyone's videos on Sunday. I get it. Because it's like a whole day of all of the channels. I get it. Good morning, Miss Pat. Good morning. I hope your project went well last night and you were able to get some more done. And do your own work. Yeah. Let me see. We have a robin's nest in our blue spruce laid 3 eggs last time. Ooh, wow. I just think they are beautiful. I could just sit and watch them all day long. But I would never get anything done. So I'm lining up here. And like I said, these big hunks, before I ever put these finished blocks away, I'll lay them out. And then lay these little snippets on the front of them. So I know what colors. And then they're going to go back into the files. Because there's just too many. And I don't want to lose that. Because when I get into the smaller sections, these big hunks of fabric, they're going to be used up. So I like to keep those larger ones. And I've already got my pile of large ones over here and these little slivers over here. And that's the way I just keep them separated. And I always end up, when I'm doing a legit kit, with extra fabric. So trust me, if you follow their cutting guides and their assembly guides, you should be fine. But we all miscut from time to time. Get that one pressed out. And that is just 3 little pieces. And I have one last one set up but not ready to roll. Let me see here. Which legit kit are you working on today? I'm working on the Eagle. I should have kept it down. This is the one I just got started last night a little bit on it. So for right now, the way that I break my kits down is I have little containers like this. And they normally sit here on my desk. The finished FPP goes in one. That way they're laying flat and I won't have to flat iron them again. Then I have another bin that is right here in front of me with the pieces that I need to work on. So I pull all of my large pieces that's just one pagers and put those aside. I choose to do all of the large pieces first when I'm doing a legit kit. And then like I said, sort through the larger pieces that I've cut off and drop those back into the buggy, into their arm, into their little sleeves. And then I can use those when I get down into the littler sections. I love the legit kits you do, but they don't fit my budget. I do love FPP. I get it. It's pricey, and in the times we're living, I totally get it. I really, really do. But I do know that you can still buy pattern only. If that helps, and use your stash. But I don't push it. I just let that option here for anybody that wants to do them. I'm not a good source of matching. I tried to do that on one of my kits before, and I believe it was Little Hooter I pulled from my stash. And I was just like, ooh, I don't know if I could do that again. It was hard. I'm going to watch you and then go quilt. Brandy H. I get it. So, guys, it is almost 10 o'clock. I'm going to stay on for just like 4 more minutes. Donnell's going to be going live. And then I'm going to drop everybody over to Donnell. And I'm going to head out for a little bit. And then I'm going to spend my day laundry and stitching. So, is there any questions on any of the projects that we've talked about today? We've talked about Ian, Becca, and Tiffany's Sew Along. That is going to be kicking off on Friday at Becca's. Saturday is a Zoom, and Sunday finish up over at Ian's. Then we've talked about Fallon's 2 projects. I know Becca's working on a new pattern as well. So there's just a lot of goodness with these creators. I told you about Wednesday's project that we're going to be kicking off over here. So, it's just going to be fun. Monday is going to be all about Project Dress a Girl. Catching you at the end, just wanted to show my love. Thank you, Beck. Is there anything that you would like, before anybody leaves, Beck, to drop in the chat about your sewing weekend? I talked about it in the beginning, and I want to make sure that if there's something I'm forgetting, I told them that it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't have the link available, and I can't access it for them to sign up if you would like to drop that. I don't even know if you have any more spaces. Have a great day. See you over at Donnell's, Jody. Yep. Thank you, Day, for the Project Dress a Girl reminder. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. See you in the next chat. I will have to catch the replay for the next 2 weeks, flying out of town to scuba diving trip. You have a fabulous time, Brandy, and be safe. No worries. Everything is on my Facebook group. Community tab on YouTube. Okay. I'll go back and watch what I missed this afternoon and theater this evening. Awesome, awesome. Just a few more seats, not many. So if anybody's interested in hopping on to that, you're going to want to make sure that you do. Like you said, seats are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. Friday night at 8 o'clock, it's going to kick off with Tiffany, Becca, and Ian. Saturday is the Zoom, and that is offline. That is a private Zoom session. And then they're going to wrap it up over at Ian's on Sunday. So it's an action-packed weekend next weekend. So make sure that you take the time and just relax and have a good time. Got to go. Have a million things to do to get done today. Joyce, I get it. And thank you for taking your time and hopping in with me. So in just a couple seconds, I will be dropping you over to Donnell's. You guys, if you like the content that she shares, subscribe. And if not, no harm, no foul. You guys have a great day. God bless you. And thank you so much for joining me today.